So without further ado, I hand over to Ustad Umair.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Just before I start, I just want to mention that for those people that have sat this retreat for the first time, I think there's not many people here that have actually sat it for the first time. Well, in this room anyway. I think they're all hiding somewhere. But it's really important for those people that have sat this retreat for the first time to know that you was only observing. Like Ustaz Shalom mentioned, is that you've only seen the trailer. You've not yet seen the movie yet, so you don't have the permission to actually you do this practice by yourself. You have to sit the full 3-day spiritual retreat where we go through the sort of methodology, who the teacher is, the methodology. Then we go through 3-4 different practices, and then there's feedback and there's constant sort of help and support there. And then there's also an aftercare plan that's also given. So that's the first important message I want to give, that for those people that have said it for the first time, they don't have that permission yet. But as I can see here, there's people that have just come for this year's session, or they've sat a retreat before. So this is going to be more of a workshop style, where I want you to get into groups of 5. So the backbenchers over there can come forward a bit. Brother Zafar, don't bite. So if you just want to come forward a bit, and then if you can just get into your groups of year 5, and I want you to sort of nominate a spokesperson as well, inshallah, for your group.
We'll carve the groups up myself.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to. I think they're still shy.
Groups,
Yeah.
So we'll mix you guys up. Kuwait, Zakaria, what's your name?
Ahmed.
Ibrahim, 4. And
Luqman. Go on, Luqman, you go in there as well.
Okay, go on, Hamza.
Yeah.
Go on, stay in that group, So there's 5 people there. That's second group.
Yeah.
And third group here.
Yep, that's fine then. There, and who's your spokesperson then? We need a spokesperson. Huh?
I'm your spokesperson.
Yeah, you've been nominated for this group. For the middle group, who's going to be the spokesperson?
The man in the green.
The man in the green toppy.
For this group?
For this?
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim, yeah. Brother Amr, you can join this group here if you want. You can join this group here, inshallah. Oh yeah, after wuzu, inshallah. So it's really important. I mean, because there's going to be like a little fun element in here, but the actual topics are going to be sort of really important to sort of think about and to sort of ponder upon. So the first thing is we want to think about is a message that Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu has sort of sacrificed their life for. That same message is also presented here in this very center. That board over there is summates that same message that Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu sacrificed their whole life for and sacrificed their family for. So, like it was mentioned that who is going to step forward and help you spread that message? First of all, we need to equip ourselves with ideas and sort of information on how to spread the message. So, in your groups, I want you to sort of think about how we can spread the same message to our families first and foremost. So that's if because even if your families are on the course, is how to spread it to then other cousins and also the sort of wider families. So that's just basically might be showing your good conduct. That might be actually embarking upon the course, yourself, and likewise. So so in your groups, if you want to think about 3 ideas on how to spread the message within the family, and you think about your new ideas as well. There's something out of the box, and inshallah we'll sort of we'll resume in 5 minutes. So if you can think of your 3 new ideas on how to spread the message in your own families, inshallah.
Start sitting in a circle so at least you can all hear each other and look as good.
The question was, if you have, then you could explain it to me.
Like that.
What's the idea? We're trying to spread the message.
Actions speak more than words.
Invite them over to your house.
They have a negative mindset. If we show by action, if we play by our hands, they listen to it, they find us interesting, they might consider what that's not interesting. That's one.
All those things, what we learn here has come from them. How to purify ourselves,
Be good,
how do we grow families and stuff.
what's wrong with high level Islamic science?
Never follow you, we teach good even in your life.
You got like inviting people, but you got to do it like that.
I said, point for me is to show that good character to the family. Just talking about that doesn't really have an effect because you show each. So for my part, that's what I say, you start from this other
You show your family
You need to interact with the
okay, seek some knowledge.
I went on TV.
Then just be good.
Basically, how to promote good and forbid I'm just asking you guys if they've understood the question, they can explain it to me as well.
Whether it could be a heating issue, it could be financial issues, it could be they want someone to listen to.
Just to clarify the question you posed. Can you just read So can you read specific on that message
Hopelessness.
So three things. Environment to good environment. Practice yourself, conduct yourself.
Yes, we've got about 30 seconds left, inshallah. So, if the spokesperson can have the couple of points that they want to mention, and I'm seeing nervous faces. Yeah, look at me. Right, so we'll start off, inshallah, on my right hand side with our young brothers here, and is it Brother Ibrahim? That's going to be the spokesperson. So yeah. All three, please.
Too busy looking at himself.
If your hair looks fine, don't worry.
Assalamu
Welcome, Islam.
We come up with three. Personally, one myself. But I thought if you pressure your family by saying, come to this, then they'll probably have a negative mindset to think, why is he just pressuring me to come? But if you like slowly show them bayans, show them what the path is all about, then slowly they might end up coming on. And another thing that what we thought about is experiences. If you share them with spiritual experiences, they could potentially think, what's this? And then they could come on. And then we spoke about another one. Which one was that one again? The one that you were saying. Yeah, you said.
Yeah.
So like we were also talking about how if you're inviting people, you shouldn't invite them in such a way that they feel like they're forced to come, because it would kind of lead to that lack of enjoyment when they're actually here. But you should kind of like build up to it in a way that they feel like actual enjoyment that they want to come. No. No. But what's it called? But even in a way that you should try and introduce it gradually to people, so by the time they actually come, they like won't be such overwhelmed by all the information, because there'll be an element of familiarity the moment they come here anyway, so it won't feel like it's anything new being introduced to them, just like reaffirming all the information that they've already received.
Exactly for that. Yeah, there's some really good points there, and I want to touch upon that point that that Brother Zakaria made. Is that it's not about sort of spamming, but it's about a gradual, just sort of giving them gradual information, and inshallah that might sort of build that that thirst, and then that will inshallah sort of lead them. So Jazakallah for that. If you can go to the second team and everyone's looking at the person with the green topi on. And
Right, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
One idea that we brought up was that practicing yourself,
Yeah.
maybe at home or somewhere, and then putting that into like just practicing, and then put it into good character. Then your family would listen as well, and take in the practice that you took in as well.
Indeed.
And then what was the other one? One second. And another idea was sorry? Yeah. What was the other idea? Oh yeah, inviting your family to bayans, to the mosque,
Yeah.
etc. And yeah, not forcing them.
Not forced, no.
Just let them gradually come to the mosque. And yeah, the last one was just sharing the experience of what I've experienced in my life as well.
Ji.
And yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah, Jazakallah for that, because that's actually sort of really good as well. Is that when your family members see the change, then they sort of get intrigued by that as well. They think that I know this person from before. He maybe had one or two sort of bad qualities, and now maybe 6 months later or 2-3 months later, they've got rid of that and they've sort of sustained it over a long period. So Jazakallah for that. They're really good points. And now we come on to the main team over here.
Assalamu
Wa alaikum assalam.
Okay, so we had 3 points, three ideas we had, but I will mention a fourth that actually worked, because it worked, that's what I'm going to mention.
Yeah.
So the first one we had was from Brother Kamar. He said, through your good character, how you interact with people, and Brother Zafar said on that, if you show them compassion and your character when you actually interact with them, so your behavior, and that brought to mind how some people came to Islam. They came to Islam just purely from the character of the Muslims. Then I said, invite him to the majlis. So the brother said there was a negative side to that. They might think, it's the same old. The Imam Sahib saying the same old things, just read your salah, things like that. So we have to be sensitive how we approach them. And then this brother said, you can invite him to a meal, and then try and subtly drop it into the conversation and mention it there. And another thing Brother Zafar said, this is the fourth one, but it worked. He said, you help people with their issues and then they come. So I said, I have a friend who was going through some issues, and I referred him to Dr. Shalom. And then he came to the Tareeqah, and he came to some majlises, came to a retreat. So by helping his issues with the healing side of things, he took an interest in the Tareeqah.
No, Jazakallah for that, Brother Rafiul. There's a lot of sort of good points, and you've all sort of touched upon the main sort of couple of points. Is first of all, is what family members want to see is they want to see you sort of practice yourself. They want to see that personal change. They don't want to be bombarded as well with sort of constant spamming and stuff. And the fourth thing is that they also want a solution to the issues that they're facing. So here in this sort of centre and also other centres, and also in Birmingham, Brother Zafar and also Haji Ramzan Saab, they've actually organised a healing session. So if anyone does know anyone in their families that are they're dealing with sort of certain issues, then do sort of come down or even speak to myself, and we can get them issues sort of sorted, inshallah. The next point I want you to sort of focus in your teams is how can we invite our friends, because we all got certain friends, some good, some maybe not so good sort of friends. So it's either we invite them or they invite us to bad. So how can we invite our friends to the sort of to this message, to the message of Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu, to the course of self-purification? And we've got about 5 minutes, so if we can mention again 3 points, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. And again, think outside the box, because Shaitan uses a lot of invitations, and he's thinking outside the box. He's always trying to sort of isolate us, or he's trying to isolate us with bad company, and always sending out bad invitations. So how can we counter that? And how can we counter that in terms of good invitations, inshallah? And also your brother, I think we've got your brother, you've got Brother Amr at the back, so you can join on a free transfer on this team over here, inshallah. So you've got 5 minutes, inshallah. So how can we invite our friends to the course of self-purification, to the message of Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu, and how can we counter bad messages? Jazakallah. So I'll be coming around this way around now, inshallah.
I'll try to before. I'll try to call one of my mates about it. Because yeah, I'll try.
How will you invite them?
How would you invite them?
That's old school way.
You think that would be? Is it really?
I'm just talking I pressure my friend. Look at this phone, this line, phone, keep asking extended.
You probably scared him away.
And then I spoke to her, don't pressure us more by you should ask how change your life, keep it
On a one-to-one basis. Second one, one-to-one basis. Listen to them. See what issues are connecting with the to try and get some of them looked at and get them involved.
Unfortunately, it's neutral, so I've got to remember all this. So, it's activities. You said 3. What?
Yeah, this side is very get together just to talk over what is and are we following we go given by saying and obviously so I've got a meal arranged tomorrow I really would like to invite you what you might just to approach. Hard on. They're really all the wives in the hospital, they're all fun. They might back up. Yeah, and when he's speaking, you know, so at the time, absolutely right.
Some other front page activity and the lectures are outside of them.
Once you get used to it, you'll be right in front of the
Sit down and
Be good to the ones that I'm almost allergic to that. I can't be I somehow manage to convince myself to be good to them that I take 2 steps back. Never did that.
For all these things, you want to learn.
The other one was hijack the right force of the car.
Kindly invite receivers.
Well,
Kindly invite.
No, my thing is, I don't do that. I'm not just
Yes, we've got about 30 seconds, inshallah. And can the spokesperson have their 3 ideas on how to invite their friends? You're ready, inshallah? Jazakallah. So what we'll do, we'll start on the opposite side. So we'll so brother Rafiul, if you want to go first, please.
Islam.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, so we had a few ideas. The first one was doing activities, so things like football, or other activities that you share interest in.
Yep.
Do those activities and then spread the message. Another one was you could invite people to your home. Some brothers in Manchester are doing majlises at home. So you can invite people to your home and give them the message. And food came up again from your brother.
He's a big lad. No, but there's actually some really good points there.
Can I just say, not big lad, he's a hungry lad.
He's a hungry lad. So I just want to touch upon the first point is, especially sort of your fun-filled activities. When I was walking around, there was quite a few other people that had mentioned the same. And we've actually done quite a few sort of fun-filled activities and sort of residential. We've been up to Scotland, Wales, even Doncaster with your brother Zafar, and again Haji Ramzan, yes, actually sorted that out where there was about 30-40 people that just went over there for a 2-day weekend. And again, the majority of it was activities with like 1 or 2 sort of I mean, I think it was 1 bayan a day, evening bayan, and majority of the people that came to that were the youth. There was a lot of sort of youth that came to it. Even in Scotland, I think when it was snowing, we had 50 people come. Why? Because it's fun-filled activities and people actually sort of like to do that stuff. So
we used to run a youth club in Oldham as well for the Tareeqah, and what we would do is first do a bayan and very short zikr, and we'd say to them, first do the serious stuff, then you can do the chilling stuff. So they'd play PlayStation, snooker, and do all these things, and they'd come every week because they know as long as they did put the effort in the just listen to the bayan and do the zikr, they'll get to enjoy themselves on the PlayStation and play and have fun for hours and hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there's some really good ideas there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now we come to the middle team.
what was it? Most of the ideas are similar to the other team.
Yeah.
One was bring your friends over to your house,
Yeah.
maybe on a close and personal level, and talk to them about what's going on in your life and how I can change it and how we can both go through it together. And and the other idea was choose your friends wisely.
Yeah.
Because 3-4 of them might be on a bad path, the other 3-4 might be on a good. So if you mix it up, maybe they'll get a good idea of how they can change their lives. Maybe we can change their lives.
Yeah.
And what was one of them?
Get them one-to-one, tell them like what the end goal is.
Yeah, maybe bring them on a one-to-one basis, and and ask them questions as in what's in it for them and how it can change them, maybe because they want to know how they can change themselves as well. And that's it.
Yeah, Jazakallah. Yeah, for that. And again, really good ideas, because it's more hitting them on a personal sort of level. And also, while I was over there, Hadsab actually mentioned a really good point as well, where you get sort of a group of your friends and you go out for a meal and you talk about the life and legacy of Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu, and how we can have that similar sacrifice to our own level, and how we can sort of live their legacy in our lives. So I really wanted to mention that, and thank you to Hadsab. And the third team, with Ibrahim.
I think we should hijack them first of all.
Yeah.
Kidnap. And then we should do like fun activities for them to come along, to show them that Deen is just not all about lectures.
Yeah.
And then we can like ask 10 people, for example, like to kindly ask them to say if you want to join. But it depends who's going to join like that. Probably with the 1, 2, you never know.
Yeah. Exactly. For that, I think if it's going to be the hijack option, I think me and you are going to have to go gym if you're going to hijack anyone. But I think they're sort of really good ideas, and you'd all sort of touched upon the similar points, where is you want to make it enjoyable for them, and you don't want it to be sort of a burden for your friends to sort of come. So in order to sort of do that, you want to get them on you want to get them what they like doing. So for majority of people it's fun activities, for other people it might be a bit of food, for other people it might be sport that they like, and this is how you sort of cultivate and you're spreading that message. And I just want to sort of leave on this point, is the point is that Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu has given that call that who is going to help in this mission. And each and every single one of us here in our own is in our own life, in our family life and our social life, we can spread that message. We can do that. You've all just sort of demonstrated your very simple simple but effective methods to sort of do that. And it doesn't take much manpower. It just takes that want. It takes a want. It takes a desire, a really good desire to sort of go and spread that message. So in terms of the family, the main points were to sort of practice it yourself. Is that when family members see change, is that then they'll be more inclined to come, to sort of give them sort of reminders, so they can come to, for argument's sake, the Friday majlis, and that can cultivate the spark, inshallah. And for the friends, the main thing was to get them doing something that they like to do first. So to either call them to your house, where you can have like a close-knit gathering, to take them out for a meal where you can have a sort of a closer bond. You can do your residentials, and there's also your brothers that have organised these in the past, and they are going to sort of also organise these in the future. And the last thing is you can all be your representatives. You can all be people of of actual your character and your change, so where you can build it within yourself, but each and every single one of the people in this room and also you're listening online have an individual quality, and that individual quality that you have needs to be brought forward and help in the mission. It needs to be brought out and to be helping Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu with the mission. And how do you go ahead and do that? You can put your name forward. Some people might be really good at socializing, where they can go ahead and actually have that sort of your communication. Other people might be really good at smaller admin tasks. Other people might be really good at making posters. Other people, you might be really good at sort of your residentials, and they want to organise your residentials. No matter what it is, each and every single person here has that quality, and I want to leave it on that is, don't spend the rest of your time wasting that quality. If you don't know what it is, come forward, and inshallah, there's your brothers that can go ahead and actually provoke that quality within you. And if there's not, and if you do know it, come forward and let's help the mission of Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu. Let's help propagate this message to our family and friends. Jazakallah khair wa ahsana jaza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Jazakallah Ustad Umair for a very interactive and engaging session there. I can see majority of you are very well engaged there. Inshallah ta'ala, we have our Durood and Zikr Majlis commencing literally in 5 minutes. So if everybody can sit facing this blessed picture of Gumbat Hazra, and the ones sitting on chairs, make sure you're towards the back. The ones who want to sit on the